lights up. 5, lights down, and the race is on. These cars out of their podium positions, now moving into formation. The Brazilian Pirani leads into turns 1 and 2. The elevation of the Ferrari inside, using the elevation side by side, falling out of now onto flat surface once more. Side by side again. The American and the Brazilian almost touching wheels out of turns 1 and 2, and the Ferrari does not give up the fight. The 91 Williams leading the 82 Ferrari, and in the third position in that McLaren is ARS clean and green through the first 2 seconds. Bruno Will in 5th, Deer Hunter in 6th. Everybody single file out of sector number 2 and about to start down the long straight. Big lag spike out of Deer Hunter. There it is. That he's on. Juggernaut 7th, Edu 8th, 9th, and 10th is Axe and Mean Fern. The top 10 separated now by less than 2 seconds. Pirani leading that furious train of hybrid power Formula 1 race cars into the hairpin. So far, everybody makes it through unscathed. Pirani, Hoobalicious, There we go. There's DRS open on the Haas, really sending it in, and he tags the Williams of FRA Formula. Is there damage on the front of that Haas? It doesn't look like it. A couple of other drivers losing position there. Hey Katra manages to get around G-Force Zach for the 4th position. Looking back to Hey Katra, who is making great headway, now getting around the Haas of FRA Formula. Taking a close look at that Haas, and it doesn't look like there's any damage on that 22, but it does look like considerable lag from G-Force Zach, who now makes his way around the Ferrari. And will the Haas give way, or will he give the leader a hard time? Again, just a little bit of instability from that number 22, but he holds his position in 4th. Will the Williams be able to get around on the straight? Will Katra, who now gets around Hoobalicious, be able to use this as a pick of sorts, trying to slow down that Williams for her Ferrari teammate Hoop, who now sits 7th and is out of DRS range. Katra opens the rear wing. There is the Haas of G-Force Zach being overtaken by Pirani. Katra won't be able to make the pass, and the number 27 Scuderia Ferrari. So all of these drivers will be able to increase the gap between them and the Ferrari. Watch the steering wheel, wait for the button to be pressed. There's the DRS opened, there's the attempt to the inside, and that is all Pirani needed, now making the pass into 2nd. B-Dunk, Pirani, FinFan, your top 3. The gulf between some of these cars. Deer Hunter won't be able to open his rear wing. Axe Formula 1 won't be able to open his rear wing, but the Haas of FinFan will, and there goes the Haas, overtaking overtaking Axe for 8th place. FinFan now sits 8th. There's the rear wing giving way to the Shanghai Air. FRA Formula can do nothing but sit and watch, in a bit of instability from the racing point, but look at this. Axe F1 slams the Williams. No damage, it looks like, to the Alfa Romeo, and the race keeps on going, but I believe that's the 2nd time FRA Formula has taken some attention to his rear end, and he's right there at the 1 second mark. Keep your eye on the button. No DRS, but now with 2 laps left for the McLaren, 11 kilometers to go, because it's a 5.5 kilometer circuit. He may not need the DRS at all, the way he's closed up that gap to Ham Newton, now within 0.6 of a second. Axe Formula 1 gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings from his 9th position, so Mean Fern could very well see himself as he there you see the positions changing right there. Meanfern getting into 10th, briefly battling Deer Hunter for the position, but Deer Hunter does not have much to fight for. He is penalty free, while Meanfern is not. Axe Formula 1 in 9th, also with at minimum 3 seconds worth of penalties, so Deer Hunter really could take it easy if he wants, but the pink and the gold Renault, the pink Racing Point and the gold Renault side by side through the 6, 7, and 8 complex, and the Racing Point now gets around the yellow Renault, and the papaya McLaren of Bruno Will watches with wide eyes. You see the McLaren really, I'm sorry, not the McLaren, you see the Renault really getting close to the rear end of that Racing Point. Meanfern will have DRS, and look at these cars snake down the straight. Bruno Will now to the inside. He's trying to say, hey, hello. Look at this, 3 wide through the hairpin. Will they survive? Unbelievable scenes coming to this final lap in Shanghai. Bruno Will uses the DRS and he clears 2 cars on the outside to sneak into 3rd place, and he is fewer than 3 seconds behind Axe F1, and that could be 9th place, signed, sealed, delivered for Bruno Will. Final lap at Shanghai, and if Pirandi doesn't have a catastrophic accident, he will come away with this win. Ham Newton briefly going off the track there, and these medium tires have just had everything. They have given their all, and you can see Ham Newton at a very pedestrian pace, tumbling down this running order. Hoopalicious on the final straight, looking at the Williams of Pirandi, who enters the hairpin for the final time, starts first, leads almost every lap, and he will finish first with his 2nd win of the season. BRL Pirandi will win the Chinese Grand Prix. Have interviews from our top 3, and there you see the Williams Ferrari podium of Pirandi, Hoop, and B-Dunk, respectively. Virtual champagne flying through the Shanghai air. Brazil, United States, taking home the medals in Shanghai.